Hi guys, hello, happy Saturday. I hope everyone had a great week and hopefully this is a good weekend. If you are not new, welcome back. If you are new, welcome to the channel, welcome to the party. Let's have some fun. So, today is Marvel's What If. I watched the second episode yesterday and I was going to record yesterday and then I got completely sidetracked. So here we are. I was very excited for this show when it was announced. I love one-off stories, multiverse. I'm totally here for it, especially in an animated realm because there you could do so much, right? Um, and then we got the trailer. I was still excited, right? So, episode one came out, and I was like, oh, okay. This episode was very meh. It was very boring. It wasn't the best start. And it's funny because when I watched the trailer, the story I was the least interested in was Peggy Carter becoming Captain America. I could really care less. And that feeling did not dissipate as I watched the episode. While I dig the animation, I don't mind it. I just didn't care. I wasn't invested in anything that was going on. It was extremely rushed. They tried to cram the entirety of Captain America 1 in 30 minutes. That's insane. And you can see it really didn't work out, at least in my opinion. I don't know. There were some routes that I wish they would have explored, like when Steve died in the same, almost in the same manner as Bucky, like him falling off a train or whatever. Um, I wish they would have explored maybe Steve being the Winter Soldier. Like, I would have absolutely loved that. If they would have left him dead and then have him like be the Winter Soldier later on down the line. That would have been amazing. But they brought him back, so whatever. Um, the main plot line with the Red Skull and the Tesseract was whatever. How did Red Skull just acquire the Tesseract as easily as he did? You're telling me you keep the Tesseract in a drawer? In a drawer? Like, really? Come on. But otherwise, yeah, I just I didn't care. I don't have much to say because I it was whatever. It just didn't leave an impression for me. Editor's note, forgot to mention this, but to me, I felt that the romance between Steve and Peggy in episode 1 was better executed and more meaningful than in the first Captain America movie. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I could at least be a smidge invested in that. Because in the movie, holy smokes, I couldn't care less. But that's all. Back to the video. So we get to episode 2. Now, this was a good episode in my opinion. I really enjoyed this. This was the episode where we saw T'Challa becoming Star-Lord and not Peter Quill, and that happened because Yondu's mercenaries or whatever grabbed the wrong kid. And I loved it. I really enjoyed it. The episode was so much fun. It was so much fun to watch. You had all these different characters. We got Nebula, we got Yondu, his mercenaries. We had Thanos. They slipped Thanos in there, and that was pretty freaking hilarious. Like when he was just casually talking about his plan of genocide, icing on the cake. I thought it was great. And hearing Chadwick Boseman again for the final time, that was great. You could tell he had fun with this role. He really had fun. It was just a really good episode. I enjoyed all the interpersonal relationships between T'Challa and the Ravengers. That was great. And him and Nebula, also pretty great. Only thing that was kind of cringe was her continuously calling him Cha-Cha, or was it Shasha? Whichever one it was gross. Stop. Um, the Collector, surprising. That was a surprise because he was never really that intimidating in the MCU. He was just there to almost be comedic relief and be a doorway for Easter eggs. But here he was more intimidating, still sort of comedic, and a doorway for Easter eggs. We saw that in his little chest of weapons. He had Captain America's shield, he had Mjolnir, I think that's how you say it. I was like, oh, how did you get this? Like, I want a backstory on that. Like, this episode gave you so many different doorways to storylines. Like, we could have had a storyline on how the Collector came to have Captain America's shield or Thor's hammer. We could have had a storyline on what Wakanda was doing while T'Challa was missing. Because in T'Challa's mind, Wakanda was destroyed. Which when I first heard that, I was kind of upset. I was like, this is Wakanda we're talking about. But when it came out to be a lie, I was good. But I would, I want to see what they were doing during this time. Like there were so many different opportunities that could have been explored, and that was one of the best parts of the episode. And then we end the episode with Ego coming to visit Peter on Earth. So is Peter going to turn evil? Who knows? Like all of this is left up in the air. It was great. It was just a great episode, and I hope that things continue like this because I mean, I just love that the show doesn't take itself too seriously and they're having fun. I hope they continue with this because we'll have a hell of a show if they keep going like this. So that's pretty much all I have to say on Marvel's What If. I didn't really take notes, so I'm sorry if it wasn't as in depth. I don't think I'm going to take notes for this show. It's just it doesn't take itself too seriously, so why should I? But yeah, that's pretty much it on my end. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.